other world news tonight, Rivers electorate vote in chairman, councillors. Sole Administrator IBAS harps on human, material resources inventory for good governance. Plus, federal government adopts non-kinetic strategies in fight against terrorism. Hello there, very good evening and welcome to the Rstv World News. My name is Emily Tari Mberi. Do you love and care about Rebel State and her peace? If yes, let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task you and I must accomplish. And now details of the news. The Rebel State local government election witnessed a peaceful atmosphere as voters turned out in trickles to cast their ballot. Justice Ihuwa monitored the exercise in Obiakpo, Hackett, and Equatorial local government areas and now reports.
Distribution of materials started early at various rack centers while voting commenced a few minutes past 9 in most polling units visited. A low turnout of voters were recorded in some polling units while a handful of others witnessed large turnout. Some voters assessed the election this way.
No problem, no trouble. It's peaceful.
Everything went as arranged by Rstv. The timing was perfect. The voters came out in their numbers to exercise their vote.
If election is like this, nobody will get any challenge or any problem in anywhere. The election is peaceful and very okay.
This is one of the best elections so far has been conducted in Rivers State that we receive a peaceful environment without any crisis in whatsoever.
The Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Martin Amehule, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, Rivers State NDDC representative Tony Okocha were captured casting their votes with large turnout of voters in their various units.
This is indicative of the fact that people are now more conscious than ever. So I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the turnout. I'm impressed with the election so far. As you can see, I've just voted.
As far as we are concerned, this election is peaceful. As far as we are concerned, people are trooping out. At the time of the election, you will see the number of doctors. So we are very happy that this election, at the end of the day, that has been conducted very peacefully and successfully.
Yes, I can see that it's very peaceful, very calm. I don't like other times we had elections here. There would have been somebody pushing the other person and all that. It's very good.
The PDP aspirant for Obiakpo local government area, Gift Wallo, also assessed the election.
We say that elections have been free, fair, credible, and the turnout is massive, which shows that people are interested in democracy.
As of 1 p.m. before filing in this report, most polling units had concluded the elections, while counting was ongoing in most units. Justice Ihuwa, Rstv News.
The electorate and ad hoc staff have described the Eche and Omuma local government areas elections as peaceful. Goswan Lele, who monitored the election in the two local government areas, observed the low turnout of voters and now reports.
The electorate in Eche and Omuma exercised their franchise at their polling units, though there was a low turnout of voters and the election was violence-free at the time of filing in this report. At Ward 2, Unit 3 in Omuma local government area, the voters were few, just like Ward 6, Units 9 and 6 in Eche local government area. The story was the same at Ward 4, Unit 9. Some electorate shared their views.
You can see people, they are voting, casting their vote normally, no issue, no acrimony. So I'm happy on the conduct of the election.
Everywhere is peaceful.
I thumbprint. I've just casted my vote for my party. The Rstv accredited our voters and people casted their vote and the vote is ongoing and the environment is friendly and peaceful.
Ward 3 Unit 12 in Eche local government area, where the Onyishi Igbo Agurasa Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Eze Samuel Ndiwe Amechi, exercised his franchise, also recorded a peaceful process.
I'm quite impressed. The place has been very quiet and coordinated, unlike before when the youths always go about snatching boxes, and today is very smooth. We thank my people. We have to continue in this way for the development of the local government and the state.
The RSEC ad hoc officials, when interviewed, said they were satisfied with the conduct of the voters.
The election is in progress. Actually, people are coming, they are casting their votes. People are responding. The people of Umagwo, they are doing well, they are coming.
The place is calm and the election is going smoothly. We have no challenges here. Everybody's coming and voting and go.
God's Power Anele, Rstv News.
Eligible voters in Gokana, Kana, and Thai local government areas have expressed satisfaction with the conduct of the local government election. Namdi Limini, who monitored the area, reports that the exercise was peaceful.
In Gokana local government area, wards and polling units visited include Ward 10, Mogo, Units 1 to 17, Ward 16, Bera, 8, Unit 15. National Vice Chairman South of the All Progressive Congress, Victor Jadom, Director General of Nesrea, Innocent Bareko, and the Administrator of Gokana Local Government Council, Gospel P, described the election as free, fair, and peaceful.
The next local government election that I've seen in the history of this country. You can see
the spirit of sportsmanship should be in somebody's mind when you are going to a competition, that you stand to lose or you stand to win. And those who win should remember that there were other contestants.
The community has been very, very peaceful. No reported case of violence or any incidents that is untoward in terms of an election situation.
In Thai local government area, Ward 2, Pite, Unit 6 and 10, materials arrived as early as 9 a.m., but there was low turnout of voters. Chairmanship candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Friday Mbakpone, and former Commissioner for Social Welfare, Joe Pronem, commended the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission for the smooth conduct of the election.
But with what has happened, you can attest to the fact that material came on time and it has been distributed to all the polling units across the local government. And people are at their various voting points casting their vote unhindered by any force.
Was massive. Some of the crowd that we recorded in some of the wards is like a governorship election. And we've done very well by letting our people know what it is all about, that we must come out and represent the numbers that we have in our units, not just only voting.
In Kana, Ward 18, Moyi, Unit 4, there was huge turnout of voters as the chairmanship candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Thomas Barrere, thanked eligible voters
that they are up on their game from the point of material distribution to the point of deployment of electoral personnel, security personnel attached to polling units across the length and breadth of Kana. All of these persons have been up on their game.
Namdi Olimini, Rstv News.
Reports reaching our news desk from the Shena local government areas that says that the election recorded low turnout in most wards and polling units. Viadu Madume reports that in Akukutoru local government area and Asari Toru, also in Degama local government areas, there was visible voter apathy. His reports.
My first port of call was Ward 11, Unit 6 and 7 in Abalama of Asari Toru local government area. As of 9:31 a.m., materials were yet to arrive at the various units, which also contributed to low turnout of the electorate. We took a ride to the RAC center and met the place under lock and key with no presence of security agencies nor the RSEC personnel. Mr. Dekai Ledum is the SPO in charge of Ward 9 in Asari Toru local government area, who attributed the delay in the arrival of materials to logistics. At Ward 1, Unit 15 and 16, chairmanship candidate of the APC in the local government area, Onongie George, described the process as seamless and commended the RSEC for the transparency and fairness in the conduct of the election.
We trust them. they said to us that the people that will lead the leadership are here. That the election is a process. When you cast your votes, collation people will come, before they enter. Right now, we are in the process of accreditation and voting. So it is not time for displaying result sheet and everything. So I'm comfortable because I believe in that are coordinating the...
Rebel Ojukai Flaga Makri and the APC chairman in the local government area, Pastor Nyong Clark, shortly after exercising their franchise at Ward 3, Unit 20, described the electoral process as peaceful.
Everywhere is working fine. I've never received any report from any of the units or any of the ward or any of the community. All community are peaceful and they are voting in peaceful.
When you say you are the chairman, political leader of Asari local government area, Alabo George Kelly, described the peaceful disposition of the electorate as the acceptability of the renewed hope agenda of President Tinubu, devoid of party affiliation.
For the first time in the history of Asari local government area, we've had unison. We've had unparalleled unity. This is the first time that all the parties in the local government area are coming together, irrespective of your party sentiment, to endorse one candidate.
At Degema local government area, the presiding officer in charge of Ward 14, Unit 5 of Boama, Harry Oseleye, and his counterpart from Ward 14, Unit 16, Sukari Anthony, said the electoral process was encouraging and commendable. The member representing Akukutoru local government area and the leader of the State House of Assembly, Honorable Major Jack, and Paramount ruler of Rumokrusitan, Simeon Wokoma, harped on the declaration of results that will restore full democracy in the state and commend
bound by that decision of the people. The FCT minister has always stood for peace, and that's what we enjoy. Our desire, was it done peacefully? Did we comply to the electoral processes? There was no confusion whatsoever, and that is democracy.
Meanwhile, election materials arrived at Ward 4, Unit 11, Butanwo, in Emowa local government area at about 10 a.m., where the Commissioner 1 in the Local Government Service Commission, Lady Christabel Didier, exercised her franchise. Fielding reporters' questions, Lady Didier described the election as free, fair, and peaceful, adding that the atmosphere was calm.
The election was free, fair, and very credible. I'm so happy to be part of this year's election.
Obiando Madumi, Rstv News.
Now, do you love and care about Rivers State and her keys? If yes, let's build and take her to greater heights. But this is a task you and I must accomplish. Remember, you can watch RSTV News live on Facebook and YouTube at RSTV Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. And still on the news, the United Nations mission construct new housing for internally displaced South Sudanese. And in sport, Sterling Wabali orders and make 23-man World Cup squad. Details will reach your screen after the break. This day.
Come, supervisor. Go and sit here.
Well, thank you very much, madam. I'm still very eager to see the school.
Oga, you will see the school. Just like others before you saw the borehole and the hospital, and approved it.
The sooner I get through, the sooner I will send the report to the board.
Okay. Since you're eager, I'll show you. This is for the foundation. The foundation.
Good gracious.
Oh, this is for the decking. This one here is for the roofing.
Hold it there, madam. Are you honestly trying to bribe me to approving a school I have not seen, thereby risking the education of the children and the future of this country? How are we supposed to move this nation forward if we continue like this?
This message is brought to you by the Akinfade Foundation, with support from the MacArthur Foundation and with broadcast support from the Rivers State Television.
This is RSTV World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining. balanced analysis. RSTV, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Welcome back. You're still watching the RSTV World News. Now moving ahead, the election in Nahoda axis and other Orashi areas was seamless and peaceful. Boka Umeda monitored the situation and reported that low turnout of voters was observed in some polling units. This reports.
At 10 a.m., the electorate were seen at Unit 6, Ward 6, Ochiba community exercising their franchise. At Unit 4, in the same Ward 6, the situation was the same. I spoke to some participants who cast their votes and commended electoral officers for conducting a smooth process.
The election is moving well and there's no problem. There's peace here.
Actually, as we are just starting, it's very peaceful.
Can testify that the turnout is okay.
Others, however, complained that the original result sheets were not seen.
Before I was happy because of the support I have.
Okay.
Because I hear it was 6.
Yes.
So the man told me that he hasn't seen the result sheet.
Be that as it may, at Unit 2, Ward 5, Okobe community, in Ahoda West LGA, there was voter apathy, but the election took place peacefully. At Okobo, in Abua Orual LGA, electoral materials were stationed to maintain peace and order. Reacting to today's election, Chairman of the South-South Development Commission and former Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Chibudo Nwuche, commended RISEC officials for rising to the occasion despite the short notice.
I've been to Ahoda town, about 5 different polling units. I saw the massive turnout of voters voting peacefully. Police were there doing their job, and the RISEC official was also there. Materials arrived on time. From Ahoda, we went to Idoha. At Idoha with about 4 or 5 polling units, and we saw the massive crowd. And I'm now in my own village, Ochiba, Ahoda East. I voted now for my people of choice, people I want to vote for.
The Esamekbe Logbo encouraged those that will win at the election to be magnanimous in victory and ensure that accelerated development gets to the grassroots.
In Ahoda East and Akbe as a whole, since 1999, most of the chairmen use the council as a personal property. That must stop. Whoever goes to government and steals money must go to prison.
Ogboka Umeda, RSTV News.
Now, Rivers State Sole Administrator Vice Admiral retired Ibokete Kweyabas has said that democratic governance will soon be fully restored in the state following the smooth conduct of the local government elections. Vice Admiral Ibas made the assertion after he toured parts of the state to monitor the exercise, which he described as peaceful and credible. Sam Nobarabi Ibulubo tells us more.
The monitoring visit took the administrator to Emowa Council Secretariat, then to Okporowo Obakari community, all in Emowa local government area, then to Ibu Obo village in Awoda East and Obundabali town in Port Harcourt local government area. He expressed excitement at both the conduct of the voters and officials, which will yield a result that everybody will be proud of. Vice Admiral Abbas emphasized that the successful conduct of the election is a reflection of the people's desire for grassroots representation and a vital step towards restoring democratic governance in Rivers State.
What I've seen, the process has been peaceful from the turnout and from the conduct of all who are involved, those voting and those who are conducting the elections. I believe at the end of the day we should have something that we are proud of. From all the reports I've gotten so far, the situation is reported to be calm. The process has been also very seamless, and we've not had any negative reports from any major negative reports from any of the polling units.
Rivers people are awaiting the announcement of the results and declaration of the winners. Tamuno Barabi Ibulbo, Rstv News.
State Administrator, Vice Admiral retired Bogete Kuyabas, has directed the conclusion of the ongoing verification of staff of local government councils not later than the 4th of September 2025. Vice Admiral Ibas gave the directive during a meeting with leaders of the organized labor and local government administrators at the Government House in Port Harcourt. Again, Tamna Barabi Gulubo continues with the rest of the reports.
The meeting was at the instance of the administrator, who addressed critical issues of staff verification, gratuity, death benefit, and preparation for the August 30th. There is clarity on the human and material resources available to them. The administrator urged Rivers people to vote peacefully in Saturday's poll, exercising their civic responsibility without fear or intimidation.
Tomorrow's election are an important step towards restoring democratic governance at the grassroots level, and it presents us all an opportunity to choose our leaders at that level of governance. In electing them, it is important that we recognize the need for there to be clarity in the resources available to them at resumption of their tenures.
Vice Admiral Abbas also directed that the ongoing staff verification exercise now at the local government level should be concluded by September 4th, 2025. He said accurate records of staff and pensioners were vital for effective grassroots governance and informed that so far 37,703 staff, 19,186 state pensioners, 2,004 local government pensioners and 8,000 council staff across 7 local government areas have been verified. Vice Admiral Abbas lamented delays in gratuity and debt benefits payment, disclosing that 117 million overpayment was uncovered in March, which is now under investigation.
My administration, recognizing the challenges of accurate data, the staff verification exercise initiative is crucial for transparency, accountability, and efficiency in our workforce.
Tamno Barabi Iblubo, Rstv News.
The federal government said it is adopting the strengthening of private security resilience in curbing terrorism in the country. Coordinator of the National Counter-Terrorism Center, Major General Damulaka, said government efforts are tilting towards scaling up the non-kinetic strategies, and the private sector's participation is crucial. The forum at the Counter-Terrorism Center in the office of the National Security Advisor is typical of the federal government's drive in curbing terrorism in the country. The goal is to strengthen resilience and private sector participation in the whole of government and whole of society approach in tackling insecurity, a key component of the National Counter-Terrorism Strategy 2016, which is being reviewed. And from the foreign scene now, the United Nations mission in South Sudan, UNMISS, has said Friday it is constructing a new temporary base in the Tambura region in South Sudan. Emmanuel Dukundaine, UNMISS Civil Affairs Officer, said that since 2021, when recurrent intercommunal violence in the greater Tambura region escalated, numerous lives have been lost and thousands of people have fled their homes. He added that many civilians have sought shelter in one of the several camps for internally displaced people. South Sudan has struggled to recover from a civil war that broke out after independence, which killed nearly 400,000 people and plunged pockets of the country into famine. The oil-rich country is plagued by corruption and relies on international aid to help feed its 11 million people, a challenge that has only grown since the Trump administration made sweeping cuts to foreign assistance. And now sport. Nigeria's Super Eagles have announced that their final 23-man squad for next month's decisive 2026 World Cup qualifying matches against Rwanda and South Africa. First choice goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali will join Galatasaray forward Victor Osimhen and Atlanta attacker Ademola Lookman